Sophomore from Stokesdale, North Carolina, number 4, Tony Tucker. At guard, a 5'4" senior from Fort Washington, Maryland, number 5, Serena Brown. At forward, a 5'11" senior from Maine, North Carolina, number 21, Terry Rogers. At forward, a 5'9" freshman from Martinsville, Virginia, number 23, Tisha DeShaza. And at guard, a 5'5" freshman from Kannapolis, North Carolina, number 32, Shemaya Stanley. Assistant coach for the Lady Indians, Terrence Baxter. And the head coach of Catawba, Angie Morton. At guard, 5'4" sophomore from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Media Long. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 10, Sydney Wilson. At forward, a 6' junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 11, Kate C. Johnson. At forward, a 5'8" junior from Catawba, Florida, number 20, Yoli. And at forward, a 5'9" junior from Nashville, Tennessee, number 42, Martoya. Assistant coach, Lynn Cutler. Graduate assistant coaches, Denise Butler and Kristen Atwell. And the head coach of the Tusculum Pioneers, Devin Carter. be a timeout on the floor. Correction on the last foul. Catawba, the foul was on number 24. To the Alarms, her first. Second personal foul, Lady Indians to the Alarms. Team foul number 3. May along to the line at 4.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
To the line, the Pioneers, number 1, Tia Long.
Duke. Wilson inside to Duke, who's going to be fouled by Tucker. And that's just better passing, better movement, better execution for the Pioneers. So Tusculum, who trails by 2, they've missed some free throws. And at the free throw line goes Duke, who had been averaging 13.2, 6 rebounds going into the game with the LMU Rail Splitters. Knocks home the first free throw. Now at 12.12 over the last 5. So Locklear into the contest for Tusculum. Cupidon will get a well-deserved break. She has been a defensive stalwart. Tusculum struggling just hanging on to the basketball. They've turned it over 7 times already. They have 4 steals, forcing 5 turnovers by Catawba. Duke makes them both, ties the game at 21. DeShazo in the backcourt, handling. Across the stripe, this will be Franklin. Franklin, watched by Locklear. Franklin behind the back, kicks it out, left side DeShazo. Sutton stays in front of it. Now switch, it's Wilson. Brown, Duke defending her. She'll try a 3. No, Strong. Rebound all the way out to Kendrea Duke. Hands it off into the hands of Long. Wilson runs into Duke. And now she's okay and gets into the front court. Long to Sutton. Locklear on the left wing. Inside is Duke. Spins on Rogers. Off the glass. No. Rebound taken by Catawba's Serena Brown. Brown into the front court. DeShazo. DeShazo backs it up behind the 3-point stripe. Throws it low to Rogers. A lot of contact, nothing. And a rebound for Locklear. And quickly the official comes in and says it's a jump ball tie-up situation. It's a quick whistle because Locklear had won it easily, but the arrow favoring Catawba. Indians inbound, back into the game, Standbeck. Looking, finding Newbold. Newbold to Rogers, working on Duke down the lane, missed it short side. Rebound taken by Duke. Tried it on the left side. Rogers a little short with it. It hit the side of the rim, and Duke there to corral the board. 21-21. In the lane is Long. Off the glass, Circus shot is good. Timeout's going to be asked for by Catawba. Angie Morton has seen enough. Angie Morton playing in her, coaching in her 35th game against Tusculum, just 13-21 all time against the Pioneers. Again, in a wonderful series. So of the 43 games that have been played, she's coached in 34 of them in this series. We go to a break. Timeout on the floor. 5:53 to play here in this opening half. It's Tusculum 23, Catawba 21. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, 1 team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
We're not franchised or branded, which means we're working only for you, not a number-driven chain. We're owned and operated by local hometown people, and we offer old-fashioned service and care, along with the latest in technology and competitive marketing techniques. If you're ready to sell your home, call at 639-2345. 14 Tusculum Boulevard. You can hire any company to sell your home, but only has your home right in its name.
This is Tusculum College Sports, the Pioneer Sports Network, your home for Pioneer basketball, with the voice of the Pioneer.
Tusculum forces a near steal. Standback takes it into the lane. Runner is no good. Rebound taken away by Sutton. And she is surrounded by 3 Catawba Indian players, and she'll be fouled by Newbold. Newbold will pick up her first, 3rd on Catawba here in this second quarter. 23-21, Tusculum by 2. Tusculum is shooting 10 of 19 for the game. Catawba 6 for 27. You're saying, why is it a 2-point game? Well, Catawba's hit 3 from downtown. That's kept them in the game. Tusculum has not hit one. Long, Locklear on the drive in the lane, well off balance. Long with the rebound, but it did not hit the rim. 8 seconds to shoot. Long realized it. Locklear. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound, weak side, Newbold. Catawba basketball, down 2. Tusculum 10 for 20. 0 for 2 from 3. Brown bouncing it to Newbold in the paint. Turns, shoots over Long, and ties the game from 14 feet. 14-footer is good. 23-23, Tusculum and Catawba. Across the stripe will be Mia Long. Johnson out there with Wilson, Sutton, and Locklear. Locklear with it now, who takes it to the top of the key. Dribbles onto the left wing. Right side is Wilson, 5 to shoot. Takes Brown off the dribble. Sutton, she'll try a 3 over Rogers. Good, Maddie Sutton. He's taken just 13 3-pointers all year, but in conference play is 4 for 8. Long will get a breather as Arnwine is into the contest. Hallman backhand for Catawba. 26-23 Tusculum. Catawba's led by 7, Tusculum by 4 here in this first half. Tusculum is forced to turnover, has it on the inbound. Johnson, tough turnaround in the paint. Rogers with the rebound. After the Pioneers forced a miscue by Catawba, cannot take advantage. Catawba basketball into the front court. Brown, watched by Arnwine, freshman out of Bearden High School in Knoxville. Brown, Newbold. Left side is DeShazo, 10 to shoot. Looking to get inside to Rogers, can't. Sutton kept her away from the paint. Now she'll attack the paint, knocked it away. Sutton just stayed in front of her. It's a 3-on-2 break. Wilson, hesitation, dribble, that'll fade away is no good. Locklear battling for the rebound. It's loose and picked up by Newbold. Then a reach and a foul going against Tusculum's Locklear. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 on Tusculum here in the second. Not necessarily the best decision there, I think, by Wilson as she was trying to go baseline. She had a 3-on-2 break. She had a kick out to a cutter right to the rim who would have been uncontested for a layup. So just a difficult decision there. Hallman with it in the backcourt. Johnson defending her. Hallman dribbling at midcourt. Gets around Johnson. Fakes the pass into the lane, missed it. Newbold with the rebound, goes up with it, missed it. Johnson had the rebound. It's out of bounds off of Catawba. The Tusculum leading it by 3. Catawba's had a tough shooting game, but the 3 3-pointers kind of keeping them in it. Tusculum's hit their first just moments ago, which is the reason we're not tied at 23 anymore. Locklear on the right wing as Sutton hit it with the shot clock winding down. The pass from Locklear to Arnwine goes through her hands, out of bounds. 8th turnover on Tusculum. That's the other thing. Catawba is scoring off the Pioneer miscues. They've scored on every turnover but one, pending this one now. Hallman right down the lane, and she'll draw a foul. At least she'll go to the free throw line as Casey Johnson's going to be whistled for her second. And team foul number 3. So Jazz Williams will come off the bench, check into the contest. Hallman at the stripe. 68% on the year from the line, where Catawba now has scored at least a point on 7 of the 8 Pioneer turnovers. Tucker back in for DeShazo for Catawba. Second free throw by Hallman. He's come off the bench and played well. Made both, including a 3-pointer. Long is back in. Locklear will exit. Long out there with Williams, Cupidon, Sutton, and Arnwine. Probably not many practices where this lineup's on the floor either for Tusculum. Sutton on the right wing. Gives it up to Arnwine. Arnwine to Sutton. Backdoor look for Williams. Off her hands, out of bounds. Another turnover by Tusculum. It's a tough pass. Rogers was closing in a hurry on Williams, and it had to be perfect, and it just wasn't. Brown on the inbound in the backcourt, shadowed by Mia Long. Tusculum leads 26-25. Double team comes. Brown gets away with the shove. Tucker with it on the baseline. Drives it into the paint. In trouble. Finds Newbold. Back it out to Brown. Brown picked up by Sutton. Hallman. Brown in the lane. Got away with steps. Missed the shot. And the rebound comes down to Williams. Tusculum ball. They hold the lead by 1. Tough shooting night continues for Catawba. Just 7 of 29. Long at the top of the key. Cupidon. They bounce it to her on the left wing. Into the paint. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Cupidon. Tough call. Her first. Team's fourth. She was not trying to go to the rim. She was just going to pass it out, was running through the rim, and somehow the girl that was defending her, who was running right beside her, fell down. And an offensive foul. Somehow, there was some contact, obviously, but you can't jump into the player with the ball either. Tucker on a skip pass into the paint. They go to Rogers. Newbold dribbles it off her shoe, out of bounds. How do you define a bad call? An immediate turnover by the other team? That'd be one definition. Justice? I don't know. Sutton is out there with Long. Into the game has come Cupidon, Williams, and Wilson. Other scores in the league there. LR leading Lincoln Memorial 17-12 in Harrogate. That's big. Sutton on the left wing. Queens leads Anderson by 4. Sutton lobbing it to Williams, can't hang on to it. And Carson Newman in Hartsville today throttling Coker 22-10. Williams just couldn't hang on to it inside the paint. Another turnover for the Pioneers. Catawba basketball. .34 seconds to play here in this first half. Hallman gets it into the front court, handles the pressure well, gets it to Rogers, steps through, shoots and scores. From the right block, steps through a double team, and with traffic gives Catawba the lead right here before the half. 18 seconds. Can Tusculum execute here in the half court? Right side. Wilson dribbles it off her shoe, saves it to Cupidon with 3 seconds, gets the shot away. It grazes the front of the rim, and we'll go to halftime with the Pioneers down 1. Important because Tusculum has only this season had just 2 lead changes all year, and one occurred just the last game against LMU. The other was against Newberry, in which they came from 6 down and won. We're going to honor Ralph Horn and Susan Starnes Brown in a ceremony here at the half with the unveiling of the retirement of numbers 32 and 42. And we'll also chat with Pioneer coach Nick Pasqua. That's when we continue with more after this from Pioneer Arena. It's Legends Day, and it's Catawba 27, Tusculum 26. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
That's Tusculum basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network on 1450 WSMG and at TusculumPioneers.com. gentlemen, today is Legends Day at Pioneer Arena. As this afternoon we honor two of the greatest student athletes to ever wear the black and orange. During their stellar basketball careers, these two combined for over 5,000 points and totaled 160 victories. They provided a lot of wonderful memories for the Tusculum faithful during their careers, and today they provide one more. Our first honoree is men's basketball legend, Mr. Ralph Horn. From 1953 to 1957, Ralph scored a school record 2,487 points, while his teams compiled a 62-38 record, including 18-7 campaign in 1956, where the Pioneers swept both the Smoky Mountain Athletic Conference regular season and tournament titles. He earned all-conference honors 3 times and was selected to the conference all-tournament team on 3 occasions as well. The Kingsport, Tennessee native scored a then school record 692 points in his senior campaign, which are tied for the 3rd most in Tusculum history today. His point total that season ranked him 16th among all college scorers in the nation that year. Some of the noteworthy players listed ahead of him that season were Hall of Famers Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor. Ralph scored a career-high 45 points against Bluefield College in 1957 to break the previous school record. It was one of 5 40-point games for Ralph, which are the most in program history. He graduated from Tusculum in 1957 with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Following graduation, he earned a tryout with the NBA's Syracuse Nationals. He worked for 22 years with the Macabox Corporation before moving on to private business. He returned to his alma mater, where he served as an assistant on Coach Mike Caldwell's staff for 12 seasons. Ralph was a charter member of the Tusculum Sports Hall of Fame and was inducted in 1981. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we honor a Tusculum legend, and we wish him a one-day belated happy birthday. Number 32, Mr. Ralph Horn. Our next Tusculum legend is Greenville native, Mrs. Susan Starnes Brown. From 1993 to 1997, Susan counted for the greatest playing career in the history of Tusculum women's basketball. The 3-time All-American established numerous school records, including 2,927 career points and 1,426 career rebounds. Upon completion of her career, she was the NAIA's all-time leading scorer. Her teams compiled a 98-32 record, winning 2 conference championships, 2 NAIA district titles, and advanced to the national tournament on 3 occasions. Susan led her junior team to a 30-5 record, the best season in Tusculum history, where she established Tusculum in NAIA records with 793 points and 383 rebounds. In 1997, Susan averaged 25.9 points per game and was named the NAIA National Player of the Year. In that season, she scored a school single-game record 47 points against Piedmont College, a mark which still stands today. Susan was named the Conference Player of the Year 3 times and also earned NAIA National Player of the Week honors on 4 occasions. She graduated from Tusculum in 1997 with a degree in Computer Information Systems and later earned her master's degree in adult education while serving as a graduate assistant coach at her alma mater. Susan and her husband, Matt, who is a 1997 Tusculum graduate as well, reside in Knoxville, where Susan serves as the Director of IT and Health Information Systems for the Tennessee Orthopedic Clinics. Susan was inducted to the Tusculum Sports Hall of Fame in 2002, and as fate would have it, is celebrating her birthday today. Ladies and gentlemen, Please keep the applause going as we honor a Tusculum legend, number 42, Mrs. Susan Starnes. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two very special people who are unable to physically be with Ralph and Susan today. We remember Ralph's wife, Billy, who passed away in 2011, and we remember Susan's brother, Chris, who passed away earlier this week. We know they are both with us all in spirit this special day. Ralph and Susan became the first Tusculum student athletes to have their numbers retired in the almost 225-year history of Tennessee's most historic college. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the rafters in Pioneer Arena, where numerous banners celebrating the many team championships in Tusculum history reside. And now today, we unveil the first retired number banners in Tusculum history, recognizing two of the absolute best, Ralph Horn and Susan Starnes Brown. Fans, I ask that you please help me count down from 5 as we reveal the banners in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question of the game. For the best in sports apparel and memorabilia, visit Fanatics 101, located in the mall at Johnson City and in the Asheville Mall in North Carolina. Our contestant today is Miss Allison Bolinger. Here's today's Fanatics 101 question of the game. Who is the winningest men's basketball coach in Tusculum history?
Trying to move as far up the seeding as we can. I still think a 4 seed is not out of the possibility because everybody still plays each other. We've got LMU and Queens out of the way. Everybody else still has to play them. So more than likely those are probably 2 losses for everybody else that's ahead of us. And if we can just handle our own business and play like I think we're capable of playing, and guys will gel a little more. And I think they have. I think they're starting to trust each other a little more. But
we are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County, you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
20-ounce Gatorades are 2 for $2, and a gallon of Fieldcrest milk is only $2.99. Marathon Quick Stop. Run in when you run out.
Our radiologists are doctors who are special.
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingalls, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
let's get you to that wedding.
A curveball is that much more satisfying.
I got the flowers!
When you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh,
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
10-4 in the offensive glass. Tusculum 11 of 25, 44%, 1 of 4 from 3, and 3 of 6 at the free throw line. Catawba 7 assists on 8 field goals, 8 turnovers, no blocks, and 7 steals. Tusculum has 6 assists, 11 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 5 steals. For Catawba, 9 points, 8 rebounds for Terry Rogers, 5 points for Tasia DeShazo, 5 points for Serena Brown, along with 4 assists and a steal. A point for Shemaiah Standback with 3 rebounds. 5 points for Madison Hallman and 2 points for Alexis Newbold off the bench. For the Pioneers, they get 11 off the bench from Kendrea Duke, along with 5 rebounds. 3 points from Maddie Sutton. 8 points for Mia Long with 2 steals and an assist. 2 points for Yolise McCupidon and 2 points for Casey Johnson. Wilson and Patton, who also started, combined for 15 minutes in that first half, did not score. Tusculum is outscoring Catawba in the paint 18-8, but points off turnovers, Catawba a 16-5 advantage. Other scores around the league, they are at halftime. Carson Newman, 5th in the country, leads Coker 49-27 in Hartsville. It's Anderson leading at Queens 39-36 at the half. And they're also at the half in Harrogate, where Lenore Ryan leads Lincoln Memorial 37-25. The Newberry-Mars Hill game has been postponed today because Newberry has had a flu epidemic hit the campus, and they don't have enough bodies to even field a team. We come back with your second half right after this. At the break, it's Catawba 27 and Tusculum 26. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. One minute in the billboard. 1 minute.
Okay. What does the future hold for our community? What will the local economy be like 5 or 10 years from now? Will there be opportunities for our children, or will they have to move to a different area to find work? By shopping and investing locally, you're helping to create opportunities locally. Be community-minded when you shop or invest. Greenville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Are you ready to sell your home? Tired of trying to sell it yourself? At Hometown Realty of Greenville, you will find agents who are ready, willing, and able to market your home to its ultimate potential. There's more to selling your home than a sign in the yard and an agent with your hand out. At Hometown Realty of Greenville, we offer professional, knowledgeable sales agents with a heart for the business of people and homes. Stop by our office at 514 Tusculum Boulevard or give us a call at 639-2345. Because every house is someone's home.
Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Brought to you by
Greenville Federal Bank, the Red, White, and Blue Marathon Quick Stop Market, Laughlin Hospital, Wash Depot, Hometown Realty and Auction, and by your Greenville Light and Power System.
And now, with the call, the voice of the Pioneers.
So let's start the second half. Ralph Horn, Susan Starnes Brown have been awarded their plaques. Their if those are uniforms, those are a little bit too small for Ralph to wear that they framed out. No, it's a very nice gesture. The thing is, I wish Billy, Ralph's wife, could have been here to see it. Johnson hits the floor, may be injured. Wilson will take it to the lane. It's no good, and the rebound taken by Catawba. Runner in the paint for Tusculum just won't go. Wilson still has been shut out in the game. That's saying something, the way she's played of late, leading the team in scoring at 13.8 a game and in league play at 14.3. Tucker from 18 feet is good. It's 29-26 Catawba. Into the front court, Mia Long takes it right to the rim and one, and a chance to tie it. Mia Long. Personal foul will go against Shemaya Standback, her first, team's first. So Tusculum shoots 44% after shooting 29% in Salisbury back in December. Catawba, who shot almost 50% in that first matchup, shoots just 25%. And Mia Long still can't buy a free throw. 0 for 4 from the stripe. And this shot is blocked. No, a late whistle for a foul that's going to go against Casey Johnson. That'll be number 3 on her. And at the free throw line, which has been the difference in this game, Tusculum 3 of 7. Catawba probably about ready to go 10 of 11. As the first is made by Standback. She's 0 for 6 from the field, and at the free throw line, now 2 for 3. Second free throw by Standback is also good. Into the front court, Mia Long. Standback will watch her. Bouncing in the corner to Cupidon, who dribbles out of pressure and resets at the top of the key. Sutton is in for Johnson, who just picked up her third foul. Wilson, left side, Cupidon. Cupidon to Patton. Cupidon down the lane, and she'll draw a foul. Trying to cut it right into the paint, and the whistle for the foul. Standback is going to pick up her second, or maybe that's DeShaza. No, it's Standback. Number 2 on her. Team second. Cupidon will go to the free throw line for the Pioneers. 9.3 points a game on the year, just 60% at the stripe. And another miss at the free throw line for Tusculum. 3 for 8. Team shoots 66% from the free throw line on the year. Missed them both. Long rebound out to Brown. Can't miss free throws. Expect to win games. Inside, the ball knocked away from Rogers. Gathers it again. Jumper is no good. And the rebound by DeShazo, and Long comes up with the steal. In the backcourt, she will work against DeShazo and Standback. Sutton has it into the front court, gives it up to Long. Long will drive it on Rogers, put it off the glass and in. 31-30, Catawba. Brown with it in the backcourt for Catawba. Tucker. Kick out. This will be Standback. In the lane. Little runner is well off the mark, but she'll get her own miss. Kick it back out to Tucker for a 3. This one is no good. Follows her own miss. Goes into the paint. Tries to go around Patton. Instead kicks it out to Rogers, to Serena Brown for an open 3. It's good. When you get 3 looks at it, that usually helps. 34-30, Catawba. Maintaining the lead against Tusculum. Long takes it across the stripe for the Pioneers. Left side is Wilson, yet to score. Off the dribble for 2, short. Rebound by Rogers for Tusculum. Standback into the front court. Long gambling for the steal, and Standback possesses, gets it to Rogers. Rogers takes off right in the paint. Her runner is no good. It rims off. Rebounded by Patton. Mia Long will take it across the stripe for Tusculum, who's down 4. Cupidon on the baseline right side. Back to the top. Here's Wilson on the left wing. Wilson has been shut out in the game for Tusculum. Takes off into the paint, and they're going to draw a foul, and she'll get bailed out here. Wilson 0 for 5 from the field. Will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws. Standback has picked up her third, and the team's third. Morton in her 15th year at Catawba, 235 wins, 333 for her 22-year career. Maybe that free throw will get Wilson going. Finally, we make a free throw. We were missing them, and Catawba was making them and then making threes. Kendrea Duke is back in. Second by Wilson. It's good. 34-32 Catawba. Tusculum with pressure. Hallman is into the game for Catawba. She did a great job handling the pressure. Sutton is coming from behind for the double team. Wilson anticipates and steals it. Tusculum basketball into the front court. Mia Long has it. Pioneers chance to tie or take the lead. They have just one three-pointer made in the game, which says something as well because it's a team that averages almost 8 a game. Looking inside, and that entry pass to Duke is knocked away again. Catawba comes up with yet another steal. Another turnover by Tusculum. Rogers gets Duke in the air and scores. Nice little step through. As many moves as Kevin McHale. Hallman is going to tie up the ball. How do you jump on somebody and not get a foul? Literally, that's a huge invasion of privacy. I got a real issue with that. You just jump on top of somebody and you get a jump ball. I don't understand that rule. Rogers travels. How do you define justice? An early turnover. 36-32. Catawba by 4. Wilson into the front court on the left wing. She'll take a three off the dribble. Short. Rebound, Newbold. And she may have stepped out of bounds. She did. So Tusculum inbounds, baseline front court. Wilson continues to labor from the field, 0 for 6. Cupidon. Driving into the lane, off the glass, too strong. Rebound taken by DeShazo of Catawba. Another missed runner in the lane. Brown rubs off the screen, gets it inside to Rogers, shoots over Duke and scores. That's just a good play. A traveling violation, turnover on Tusculum. Catawba has the ball back and they lead it by 6, 38-32. Hallman will inbound. The sophomore out of Thomasville, North Carolina. Gets it to Newbold. Brown. Drives on long into the lane. It's tipped. It's loose. And the loose ball goes right to DeShazo and one. The ball pinballs around and fortunately goes right into the mitt of DeShazo, who draws the foul against Duke, who picks up her first, team second, and it's a timeout for Devin Carter. We'll take the break and we'll return to Pioneer Arena in 1 minute. 5:38 to play in the third. Catawba 40, Tusculum 32. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Keeping your car, truck, or SUV clean, Wash Depot makes the job easy and convenient. They offer your choice of soft cloth, touchless, or self-serve wash bays. Wash Depot has 2 convenient locations, one at the intersection of the 107 and Hardee's, plus a second location on the bypass across from the movie theater. Car washing made easy and convenient. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit Wash Depot in Greenville.
Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneer.
So Chance had a 3-point play for Catawba's DeShazo. Tusculum 42%, 13 of 31. Catawba's up to 32%, 13 of 41 for the game. 10 more shots than Tusculum. They're just killing them on the offensive glass, 12 to 4, and they get another offensive rebound. Rogers adds 2 more. 42-32, first double-digit lead of the game, and it belongs to Catawba. Tusculum at the top of the key. Just cannot find any offense right now. Very much a struggle. Skip it. Cupidon, right wing 3. Bang. Yolisma Cupidon hits the second three-pointer for Tusculum. She's opened the game 2 for 6. 42-35. Can Tusculum start getting some turnovers and some stops? Can they just keep them off the offensive glass? That would be the question. Getting out rebounded 31-20, and that doesn't happen. Tusculum does not lose that rebound battle. Hallman with 10 to shoot. DeShazo. Cupidon stays in front of it. 5 on the shot clock, and Cupidon's going to pick up the foul, which will take us to a timeout on the floor, and we'll return right after this. 4:45 to play in the game, in the third. We go to a break. Catawba 42, Tusculum 35. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Possible for a doctor to see what's inside the human body. Never before have physicians had this kind of insight. It's a new day in healthcare. We have the technology. We have the team. Laughlin Memorial Hospital. Whatever you do it well.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Network. Pioneer Basketball, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers.
42-35, Catawba with the lead and the ball. And a fresh shot clock because of the foul on Cupidon. Another possession. Hallman just dribbling away from pressure. Does a good job with that, but Long's going to force the issue a little bit. Hallman, little step back 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Long. Into the front court. Tusculum's Long on the left wing. Johnson. Cupidon. Oh, they had Duke. They had her again. Gets the pass and the bucket after some contact. Contrea Duke working hard. 42-37, Catawba. Hallman watched by Wilson. Across the stripe into the front court. Under 4 to play in the third. Wilson with the block. Hallman tried to go in on the layup, and Wilson catches her from behind and gets the rejection. Pioneers get another stop. Wilson, a 3, big moment. No. Would have been her first field goal. Catawba with the basketball. Serena Brown takes it into the front court. DeShazo walked. At another stop for the Pioneers. Have got to be able to get Wilson going from outside. Just hasn't had the Wilson-like game. $12 for Long, 11 for Duke. Now make that 13 for Duke. Off the bench. Again, just see she gets tired. She expends a lot of energy. Across the stripe, this will be Mia Long. Wilson inside to Duke. The help comes late as Franklin will be whistled for the foul, and Duke will earn a trip to the stripe. Morgan Franklin with her first. Team's fourth. So Duke will go to the free throw line for the Pioneers. Labored from the free throw line today. 5 of 11. Duke is good on the first. She's been good at the stripe in the game. 14 and 5 for Duke. Second free throw for Kendrea Duke. Missed. Rebound loose. Hallman has it. Two players fall over each other, and it's a 5-on-3 break. It leaves Rogers on the lone, and it's blocked by Wilson. And then the ball out of bounds off Catawba. Wilson got a finger on Terry Rogers' layup attempt. And then it appears as if Newbold hit the floor hard. Lost possession of it. Pioneers get another stop. 42-38. Catawba by 4. Pioneer basketball. Must score on this possession, I believe. Keep the momentum going. Cupidon, great move into the lane and scores. It's an 8-0 run for the Pioneers. 42-40, Catawba. Coleman on the inbound. Sprints it into the front court. Kicks it off to Rogers. 15-footer on the baseline. In and out, no good. Here comes Long. Mia Long forcing tempo. Has Cupidon, who will take it up off the glass. Tie the game at 42. Timeout's going to be asked for by Angie Morton of Catawba. Well, join us on Wednesday, February 7th, as Pioneers will celebrate Pack the Arena night, as we'll entertain Mars Hill. We hope that you'll come out. Free admission for Greenville and Greene County students in those school systems. So we encourage you to come out, have fun. We'll have some games, some prizes. We'll be raffling off a 50-inch big screen television, which is here in attendance today. You just buy a ticket, buy the raffle, and then we'll draw for it on Wednesday, February 7th. Pack the Arena night, Tusculum and Mars Hill. Love for you to pack the arena today, the men's team. (42-42). Catawba basketball. Tusculum's on a 10-0 run. Stanback back into the game for Catawba. Watched by Mia Long. Stanback. Tucker. Duke with the block. Duke with the loose ball. Then it's knocked from her. Nah, that's not a foul. Brown steps right up to the three-point line all alone and drains a three. We got to defend. Long has it knocked away. Jump ball. Arrow to Tusculum. Tusculum 11, make that 17 of 36 from the field. Tusculum has given up 12 other shots, though. Catawba has attempted 48 shots, has 15 makes. And you're sitting here wondering, how in the world? It's 45-42. A team that shoots under 30% for three on the year has hit 5 in the game. Wilson for three. No. Rebound taken by Catawba. Stanback. Sprinting it into the front court. And they harass her all the way to the lane. It may be Long. Casey Johnson was back there too, and it's on Johnson. KJ picks up number 4. Team foul number 3 on Tusculum. Wilson just can't get that shot to fall today. So Stanback will go to the free throw line where she's been very good. She's been horrid from the field, 0 for 7, but 3 of 4 at the stripe, and she calmly makes another one. Solid player, Stanback, just a youngster as well. Rogers with 15 and 10, another double-double. She's just a double-double machine, averaging 21.3 points a game in her last 3. Serena Brown now has 11 and 3 3-pointers. Serena Brown with 23, make that 36 3-pointers on the year. Stanback makes a pair and makes it a 5-point game. 47-42 after Tusculum tied it. Catawba has answered. Barnes is back into the game for Catawba. Mia Long in the front court. Cupidon, 90 seconds in the third. Bounce it to Sutton. Goes up, missed it. Got it back. Sutton missed it again. Duke has it, and she draws the foul. Oh, how many chances do you have in the paint? Those were contested. And this will go on to Shazo, her first. Team's fifth. Duke is at the line shooting 2 for the Pioneers. She has 14 points, 5 rebounds. Now make it 6. Mia Long with 12 on the night. She's 0 for 4 from the free throw line, though, but a perfect 6 of 6 from the field. Free throw is no good by Duke. Tusculum continues to labor there. 6 of 14. Catawba has 6 more made free throws on the exact same amount of attempts. Second is good. 47-43, Catawba. Tusculum in the second half all year. Just 2 lead changes all year. One came Wednesday for just a brief moment, 37-36, before LMU went on the run to put it away. And that came early in the second. Tusculum went down big here to start the second by 10, rallied to tie it. First time they have been able to rally to tie a game this year. 3 ball by Brown. Good. Serena Brown seeing it well. For a team that doesn't shoot the 3 well, you leave them wide open, and they're going to make shots. Cupidon. Sutton in the paint. Duke. Turner shoots and scores. Barnes no match on that particular possession. 50-45, Catawba. They lead by 5 with 30 seconds to play in the third. Not a team that has rallied from behind at all this season, Tusculum, except when they were down 6 to Newberry and eventually won that game in that second half. Tucker at 3. Good. Tony Tucker hits the 3. Funny, she's out of Stokesdale, North Carolina, stroking that 3 ball. 5 seconds. Sutton takes a 3. Missed the 3. And that will end the third. They led by 10. Tusculum rallied to tie it. And Catawba ends on an 11-3 spurt and takes an 8-point lead to the fourth. End of 3. Catawba 53. Tusculum 45. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Our sign out front, you know you're dealing with a reputable local realtor who knows your area. Hometown Realty is your sign of success. Hometown Realty of Greenville.
This is Tusculum College Sports on the Pioneer Sports Network. Your home for Pioneer basketball with the voice of the Pioneers.
Tusculum outscored 26-19 in the third. We're outshot 9 of 18 to 7 of 16, 50%, 44%. Catawba is up to 34% for the game, 17 of 50. Tusculum at 18 of 41, 44%, but being out-rebounded 35-27, 15 and 10 for Terry Rogers, 14 for Serena Brown, 17 for Kendrea Duke, 12 points for Mia Long. Catawba basketball to start the fourth. They lead by 8. Their largest lead has been 10. Brown runs into Duke, fadeaway, rims off, no. Another offensive rebound. Tucker gets it out to Brown. DeShazo, stand back. Rogers from the elbow. DeShazo a 3, no. Rebound to Cupidon. Cupidon with it into the front court. With Duke, Sutton, Wilson, and Long on the floor. Here's Mia Long between the rings. Watched by Standback. Wilson and Terry Rogers a little physical with Kendrea Duke. Will be whistled for a foul. Terry with her first, team's first of the fourth. It's been a struggle for Sid today. 0 for 8, 2 points, both from the free throw line. 3 steals, couple of blocks. Cupidon missing. Duke rebounding, missing. Rebounded by Rogers. We missed too many in the paint. 53-45, Catawba. Stand back down the lane, draws a foul. She's pinballed in the paint and fouled by Kendrea Duke. Duke with her second, team's first. Stand back will go to the line with the chance at a 10-point lead. Other scores in the league, they have played 3. LR by 18 over LMU, 51-33. Wow, didn't see that coming. Carson Newman, 72-45 over Coker, end of 3. And Anderson leads Queens 60-53 at the end of 3. Newberry and Mars Hill postponed due to the campus-wide flu epidemic at Newberry. The Newberry men's team had 3 healthy players, and Mars Hill said, don't come to Mars Hill. They'll play it February 19th. So it's another 10-point lead for Catawba. Stand back makes them both, or it's, pardon me, it's a 8-point lead. Do we give the right points to the right team? And do we have the right score? I'm not sure. I've got it 55-45. We'll get it fixed. In the paint, Patton had it knocked away by Standback. Tusculum will inbound. Sutton in the paint, too strong. Missed another layup. Rebounded by Rogers. Will be fouled by Patton. Patton with her third. Team second. Casey Johnson with her 4 fouls is going to come back into the game. 55-45 is our score. And we're getting it all squared away. We don't have to stop the game to fix the score. Stand back into the front court to Brown. DeShazo on the baseline is doubled. Stand back in the paint. Yes. First bucket of the game for Stand back. Long takes it into the paint and one. Can they rally from 12? Not likely. Considering the facts, history is against them. Yes, they only have 5 losses on the year. Have not lost back-to-back games all season, but Tusculum has only rallied once from behind. And when you miss free throws, it doesn't help. Long is still without a made free throw, 0 for 5. 3-point plays don't really work very well when you miss that free throw that often. Tucker off the glass. No, Patton can't hang on to the rebound. Rogers, as if she knows she got away with one, knocked it out of Patton's possession. Hallman will check in. Stand back will get that breather. And again, that was her first field goal just seconds ago, but had 5 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Yeah, heavily involved in this game. Rogers has it knocked away by Long. Up ahead is Johnson. Goes around DeShazo. And we'll get the foul against Catawba. Johnson fortunate because they were getting ready to call an offensive foul, but DeShazo was all the way into the restricted. That'll be her second, team second. Casey Johnson will go to the free throw line for Tusculum, shooting her first free throw attempts of the game. 11th in the league in scoring and rebounding. 7th in free throw percentage, 9th in three-point percentage this season. And it's contagious. She's missing. 7 for 17. Second. No good. 7 of 18. Hallman handling the pressure from Long. Brown. 7.5 to play. Tusculum down 10. Brown with it for Catawba. And Catawba in their offensive sets just taking a lot of time off the clock. And they're going to get Cupidon with the foul. That'll be her third. Team foul number 3. Hallman on the inbound for Catawba. Fresh shot clock. Rogers shoots strong. Rebound, Casey Johnson into the hands of Long. Tusculum basketball into the front court. Long. Wilson a 3. Bang. One of them's got to go. 57-50. DeShazo for Catawba, leading by 7, takes it into the front court. Triple teamed. Down low to Rogers, and they beat the press for the first time for an easy layup. 59-50 Catawba. 6.5 to play as Long takes it across the stripe. Long out to Cupidon. Into Patton on Rogers. Missed it. There's Johnson to clean it up and scores a layup. Hey! 59-52 Catawba. Hallman gets it to Brown. Long pass into the front court to DeShazo. And drives inside on a block against Patton, who is in the restricted. So Patton will pick up her 4th foul. Team foul number 4. With Patton in the restricted, picking up that blocking foul. DeShazo will go to the free throw line. It's been a good shooting game for Catawba when you think about what they've done, their intangibles. 50% from 3, 7 of 14. 88% from the free throw line. I would have to say a little bit of the three-point line was part of the game plan with the team that is shooting below 30% on the year from three-point territory. I would think it's a little bit in the game plan, but they've made them today. And now they're making free throws, and on the year, 71%. Numbers would say they make them. Timeout will be asked for by Devin Carter, and we'll take the break as well. We're back in a minute to Pioneer Arena. 6:01 to play in the game. It's Catawba 60, Tusculum 52. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, 1 team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
2 convenient locations, one at the intersection of the 107 and Hardee's, plus a second location on the bypass across from the movie theater. Car washing made easy and convenient. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit Wash Depot in Greenville.
Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneer.
Catawba leads by 8, 60-52. Tusculum with the ball. 17 and 14 for Terry Rogers, 14 for Serena Brown, 17 Kendrea Duke, 14 Mia Long with 6 assists. Cupidon on the right wing. Long, Wilson, Long against a zone. Wilson has Cupidon wide open. She'll try a 3. No. Rebound taken by Rogers, her 15th rebound of the game. 60-52 Catawba, shooting 57% from 3 in the second half, 46% from the field in the second half, and 34% for the game. Yeah, a slow start, but they had the lead. Hallman, watched by Long, 10 to shoot. Hallman pulls up off the dribble for two. It's no good. Weak side rebound chased down by Wilson. So the Pioneers down 8. Johnson. Long. Duke. Pass is too short, and it's knocked away by Rogers. The pass has to be better. It has to be leading to the rim. There was no help backside that time, and they just couldn't get it to Duke. Tusculum turns it over for the 15th time. Brown, watched by Long. Duke steps in front, stole it. Rogers, though, gets it back on the return with Duke vacating the paint, and Rogers scores easily. 10-point game, and that's almost a backbreaker right there. 62-52. Long. That is terrible. That is terrible. That is so bad. Offensive foul on Mia Long, and the Catawba player who drew it was standing in the restricted. Unfortunate. Tough call against the Pioneers. Into the front court. Wilson tipping the pass away from Tucker, and it will go out of play. An unfortunate offensive foul, and it was questionable to begin with because it appeared as if there was a whole lot of movement before Long got into the paint. Catawba has done a wonderful job in hitting their open threes today. They've hit 7 of them. When given that opportunity, they have been able to knock them down. Tusculum has not. They are 3 for 11. As Tusculum, a team that has averaged about 8 a game. Catawba just over 5 3-pointers a game. Turnovers haunting Tusculum, 16 of them, leading to 24 Catawba points. And here is another one. Pending. Brown off the dribble. No. Johnson with the rebound for Tusculum. Gets it to Mia Long. Under 4 to play in the game. Tusculum down 10. Can they sustain some offense? Johnson a 3 is good. Casey Johnson makes it a 7-point game. Catawba with the ball. 3.5 to play. Across the stripe is Brown. Any foul by Tusculum is 2 free throws for Catawba. Brown goes to the floor and calls a timeout as she fell to the floor with the ball and with possession was able to get the timeout for Catawba. They have 1 remaining. It's a Pioneer basketball team that will have the week off next week from conference play during midweek. It is their bye week next week. So the Tusculum women will not play next week. The Tusculum men will travel to Winston-Salem on Tuesday. And we'll have the coverage on the Pioneer Sports Network beginning at 6:45 with tip-off at 7. Again, that is a special Tuesday game. Tusculum at Winston-Salem. The women will have the week off next week. And then Tusculum will entertain Wingate. Today begins the first of 3 straight at home for the women. Catawba, Wingate, and Mars Hill on February 7th as we pack the arena. And then after that, just 1 home game remains in the final 5 of the year. On the inbound, it will be Catawba leading 62-55. They get it to Terry Rogers, who's had a stellar game, as always. Hallman with 10 to shoot. They are working the shot clock, very patient. Hallman, step back 3, short, rebounded by Casey Johnson. But doing everything they need to do, Tusculum must score fast. Tusculum has 10 seconds of offense, and then they defend for 30 seconds. Cupidon, Johnson. Drives it out. They have defended the 3-point line well. Forcing Tusculum to work, taking a bad shot is Wilson. It's no good, rebounded by Hallman. Tried to take that off the dribble from the foul line, but they forced her into a contested pull-up. Instead of a work the offense, get a set shot. Hallman handling right at midcourt with Cupidon right in front of her. 10 seconds to shoot. Catawba again working the offense. Hallman. Offensive foul. 2 questionable ones here late, no question about that. That one goes against Hallman, her first. Wilson maybe slid a bit late, but then again, it happened on this end of the floor just moments ago against Mia Long, too. So, who knows? Timeouts. Tusculum, full. We'll take it. Back in a minute. 2:25 to play. Catawba 62, Tusculum 55. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneers Sports Network.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Technology which could make diagnosis possible before symptoms even appear. It's a new day in healthcare. We have the technology. We have the team. Laughlin Memorial Hospital. Whatever you do, do it well.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Network. Pioneer Basketball, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers.
62-55, Catawba out of the Pioneer timeout. Tusculum basketball. Cupidon swings it to Wilson. No. And the rebound taken by Catawba. So they get the play, and we can't execute with the bucket. 2 minutes to play. Tucker takes it into the paint, dribbles it erratically, hands it off to Hallman, now to Brown. Under 2, and Catawba milking the clock. Shortening the game. Brown off the dribble. Yes. Serena Brown. That may have just been the dagger. Across the stripe is Mia Long. Johnson. Stolen by Brown. Brown the route. Long to beat. Draws the foul on Mia Long. Serena Brown will go to the stripe for Catawba. Maybe the week off couldn't have come at a better time for this Tusculum team. Just not been in sync much of this game. A lot of that has to do with Catawba, Terry Rogers, Serena Brown and company. A lot of it has to do with just missed shots. Bad play. 66-55. Window diminishing for a Pioneer heroic comeback. Wilson. Bang. So Wilson with the 3. Needed that on the last possession, though. And then we didn't need to turn it over. Hallman knocked away from her. Tucker all alone, beating the press, missing the layup. Duke with the rebound. Hands it off to Long with a minute to play. Tusculum down 66-58. Into the paint is Cupidon. Off the glass is good. 50 seconds. 2-possession game. Hallman. Passes tipped by Long. Stolen. Bounce it to Johnson. She's fouled. The best play of the day for DeShazo, who fouls Casey Johnson, as Tusculum has not been able to make free throws the entire game. So Johnson will go to the stripe. Tusculum is 7 of 18 at the free throw line. Season low 39%. 5 of 14 from 3 for the game. Johnson rattles in the first. Standback is in for Hallman. Catawba, who's turned it over 14 times in the game. Tusculum has not been able to score off of those. Tusculum with 8 steals. Catawba has 11. It's like a role reversal. 66-61. Can Johnson convert another? Catawba's hit 17 of 20 of their free throws. Missed the second. Rebounded by Tucker. Stand back into the front court. Lost the ball. Ooh, Angie Morton gets the timeout just before Standback was about to lose the ball. So the Tusculum Pioneers down by 5 with 36 seconds to play in the game. We'll have the week off next week, but they start this 3-game homestand. We'll not have a midweek game next week. They'll entertain Wingate next Saturday here at Pioneer Arena. We'll tip it off at 2 o'clock. And then we'll have Pack the Arena night Wednesday, February 7th when Mars Hill comes to town. Free admission for all Greenville City and Greene County school students. The Pioneer men play today and they play on Tuesday when they take on the Rams of Winston-Salem State in Winston-Salem. We'll have coverage here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Pioneers, just 2 of their first 18 games decided by fewer than 9 points. Tusculum has faced just 3 potential game-tying shots in the fourth quarter this season, all by LMU back in November 29th, and all were missed. If the Pioneers are shooting and rebounding, they're 10-0. When they finish with a better field goal percentage than their opponents, they're 10-0. When they win the rebound battle, they're 10-0. Tusculum is also 11-2 when finishing with fewer turnovers. The one loss came back on December 9th against Catawba, and the next was LMU. Right now, the Pioneers have 17 turnovers. They're out shooting Catawba, but they are being grossly out-rebounded, 45-36. The inbound to Tucker, and Wilson was trying to gamble for the steal. Will commit the foul, but they got the ball into Tucker. Wilson with her second. We're shooting a couple. Tusculum, who has not dropped 2 games back-to-back all year, staring that square in the face right now. An LMU loss would mean that Tusculum stays in 4th place alone if they lose today, and LMU was down big to Lenore-Ryan by 18. An Anderson win, though. Is that what happened? Yeah, an Anderson win moves them potentially into a tie, and here's a steal. Tucker steps right in front, comes up with the steal. After 2 missed free throws, the Pioneers cannot execute and turn it over for the 18th time. Tucker walked right up to the free throw line, and an 80% free throw shooter, missed a pair, but I guarantee you she doesn't miss here. With 23 seconds remaining, she does not, making the first. Second is also good, and it's a 7-point game. 20 seconds to play. Any heroics here? Long's got to go. Gives it up to Wilson. Rubs off Hallman. Draws the foul against Hallman. So she will shoot 3 free throws with 14 seconds to play. Down 7. This free throw line has killed Tusculum. Wilson will step to the stripe for the Pioneers. 2 for 12 for the game. 2 of 6 at the three-point line. 3 for 3. Now at the free throw line. 9 points for Wilson. Slow start for her. It's been just a slow game. Makes the second. Sutton Arnwine will come in. Wilson 10th in the conference in scoring, 12th in free throw percentage. Today's game should improve that. Made all 3. 68-64. And a quick foul as Terry Rogers grabs the inbound. Rogers a 19-point, 15-rebound game.
That's the second person foul on Tusculum's.
So Rogers will go to the stripe, shooting 2 of them for Catawba. Another plethora of fouls whistled in this one, and really here late. Tusculum is now trying to, but they didn't early. Long has 14. Wilson has 11. Cupidon has 11. Rogers missing on the first. 12 seconds to play. It's a 4-point game. Making the second. Long has to hurry. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Wilson, a screen three. No. Rebounded by Duke is good with 3 seconds. But all they have to do is pretty much get it in. Can they get a steal? No. Rogers has it at midcourt and will be fouled by Duke with .8. And still, Tusculum has not been able to come back but just once this year when trailing in the second half. Riders went down by 12 here in this second half. Trailed by 12 points with 8:12 to play in the fourth. Rogers calmly steps to the line and makes the free throw to make it a 2-possession game with .8. Can seal it for sure, despite any kind of craziness that could happen right here. So the timeout, and we're going to advance it. The Pioneer basketball team is going to struggle. So we talked a little bit about what's going on in the league today. Carson Newman scores 100 points. They stay 12-1 in the league, 20-1 overall, 5th in the country. Wingate is 23rd in the country. Wingate has the day off today, so they will stay a game back in the loss column to Carson Newman. Wingate is 16-3 on the year. Catawba is going to go to 10-3 in the league, and now go to 12-8 overall, winners of 3 straight. Tusculum is going to fall to 8-5 in the league. Anderson's going to go to 7-5 in the league. LMU is going to fall what appears to be 7-6 in the league, as they are down 21 to Lenore-Rhine. So LMU will go to 7-6. Tusculum will stay 4th. As on the inbound, Sidney Wilson is tripped. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Wilson, apparently, with .1. That's going to do it. Catawba will just throw it in. Has to be touched. It is touched, and that will end the game. Catawba will get the win. And over the last 3 years, the series has been swept by the teams. And Tusculum is swept this year by Catawba, as Angie Morton gets her 14th win all-time against the Pioneers to go to 14-21. And the Pioneers have dropped 2 straight games for the first time this season, back-to-back. And now they've got an entire week off as they welcome the 23rd-ranked team in the country to the season. The Tusculum Pioneers, with this loss here today, drops them to 8-5 in the league and now 13-6 overall. It's a Pioneer basketball team that will have the week off before they return home Saturday to take on the Bulldogs back in action on Wednesday. Again, your final score here from Pioneer Arena was Catawba 71 and Tusculum 66. Your Pioneer postgame and in-between game coverage begins next here on the Pioneer Sports Network.